brother. It's more than just an abstract idea. It's more than just a theoretical idea that we're all part of an ummah. It's not this vague relationship. Being part of an ummah is a very clear relationship between brothers and sisters in the broader Muslim community that entails certain responsibilities. What are these responsibilities? If I see something wrong in my brother and sister, it's my responsibility to try and do something to improve it. My brother and sister in Islam, if I feel like they need my help, I will be available to them. We always love to talk about the ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and how we should be there for the ummah. And this is very important. If there's one thing we've learned over the last year, is that the sense of ummah is still alive in our communities. People rallying for our brothers and sisters in Gaza, for our Uyghur brothers and sisters, for what is happening in Sudan, throughout the rest of the world, all of the difficulties, the fact that as a community so far detached, we stand up for the rights, this is quite clear that the sense of ummah is still embedded in our hearts. That said, unfortunately, what happens is, when we think about the ummah, we like to apply it to people who are distant, but we forget that even the people who are to my right and my left when I'm praying salah, they are also part of the ummah. That the people who are within my own community, they are part of the ummah. The people who I like and the people who I may not be in agreement with, they are also part of the ummah. And they have certain responsibilities. I have certain responsibilities, right? So this is something that is an obvious, straightforward point, but we often overlook it. Meaning, I could spend my entire day writing letters to Congress saying that stop the genocide. I can protest and say, tell China to stop oppressing our Uyghur brothers and sisters. I can raise awareness about the plight in Sudan. I can talk about the many injustices that are happening under the context of me being part of an ummah. But if I'm so focused on the global ummah and I have zero consideration for the local ummah, that the brother who's sitting next to me, I'm busy fighting with him and arguing with him, I am hiding behind usernames and I'm backbiting and slandering and accusing and using very, very harsh language and judging people's intentions and saying things that are very rude and unfair, then what kind of idea of being an ummah is this? It's like a person always says, mashallah, I love my family, I miss my family, and everything is nice. But the moment they live with their family, they can't stand them, they're arguing with their parents. It's very easy, when a person is far away, they'll say, oh, my mom, I can't wait to go and serve her. But then when my mom becomes older and I'm living with her and she has certain needs, I'm starting to get a little, uncomfortable and it feels burdensome. When we love to talk the talk, are we willing to walk the walk? So this ummah, yes, rightfully so, we need to go and support and fulfill the huquq of the global ummah. But let us never forget, just like the ummah is global, it is also very local. And when things are happening locally, it is our responsibility to speak out against wrong, speak out against injustices, being caring and compassionate and considerate with one another. Just like if I see someone suffering and being oppressed outside, I will make sure if I see the same thing in front of me, I'm going to make sure something happens about it. So as we talk about the ummah, let's not forget, the ummah means anyone who says La ilaha illallah, whether they're the same ethnicity as me or not, whether they are far away or nearby or not. The ummah is a family, and just like I respect my parents, whether they're living with me or they're in a distance, I have to make sure I maintain those huquq and rights wherever we may be as an ummah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unite our hearts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to fulfill each other's rights. And may we never become the perpetrators of injustice. And may we be responsible for the good work that happens in the world. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.